May it please the court, my name is Pat Liu, and I represent the respondent, the Commonwealth of New Florida. The issues we have today are whether Jane's Second Amendment rights were substantially burdened, and whether New Florida's law banning CEWs in public passes heightened scrutiny. We request the court find that Jane's Second Amendment rights were not substantially burdened, and that the ban does pass heightened scrutiny. Under the Second Amendment, a person has the right to keep and bear arms, with some limitations. According to Heller, the Second Amendment does not protect weapons that are dangerous, unusual, or those acquired illegally. Jane went to New Georgia to purchase a CEW, knowing that it was illegal to do so in New Florida. Without becoming a certified user, she purchased a CEW that was inaccessible to law-abiding citizens, shooting 50,000 volts up to 35 feet away, instead of an ordinary one, which would shoot up to 15 feet away. This military-grade CEW has the power to cause cardiac damage, muscle spasm, and other severe injuries from a long distance, like in the case of Michael, Jane's boyfriend. Not only does this make Jane's CEW dangerous, but also unusual. In Marzarella, the court mentioned that the Second Amendment allows citizens to carry weapons for self-defense. However, previous cases like Heller have placed limitations on this right, such as weapons that are dangerous, unusual, or acquired illegally.
Counsel, you keep referring to dangerous and unusual. However, a CEW is much like a firearm which you can hold in one hand and easily fire off in order to protect yourself. Correct?
Yes, I agree with that aspect, that there are similarities between a handgun and a CEW, but the one Jane purchased had features not available to ordinary CEWs that could shoot. The one she bought could shoot up to 35 feet away, which is many times more than an ordinary CEW.
So the only thing that makes this different is the distance that it can shoot.
And also it's lethal, in that we don't know enough about it, but it can cause severe damage, like I said before, cardiac damage, muscle spasm, and other severe injuries. Because Jane illegally purchased a CEW that was dangerous and unusual, it is not protected under the Second Amendment. Even if a CEW is protected under the Second Amendment, the public carry ban does not substantially burden Jane's Second Amendment rights. In Moore v. Madigan, the court stated that self-defense is just as prevalent outside the home as it is inside. However, Heller strikes down this reasoning and reiterates that self-defense is most necessary in the hearth and the home, not in public. In addition, the public carry ban is not an absolute ban. While Heller allows limitations such as on age, training, type of CEW, and location of usage, these are reasonable because it eliminates paranoia that may occur in sensitive spaces, such as a school campus, as we have in this case. That is also not to say that Jane didn't have alternative options. She had the option to use pepper spray and enroll herself in self-defense classes.
Do you think those are two viable alternatives? Self-defense classes against somebody that she has, great fear of and was already done her physical harm, and pepper spray that would require her to be very, very close?
I think they are viable because given that she is in a controlled environment on a school campus and also a sensitive one, it's a good compromise between a safe method and also one that she could defend herself with. So
the environment at school was not very safe. There were a number of physical assaults, sexual assaults. I think that didn't make her feel very safe.
The school campus it's accessible to state police and also campus police, which are supposed to make the school safer.
She hasn't had much success with police, has she?
No, but
in dealing with this issue.
But we should first look to use safer methods and then escalate to more intense methods. Instead, she illegally purchased a dangerous and unusual CEW to harm Michael. Therefore, Jane's Second Amendment rights were not substantially burdened. According to DiTiccio, even if the court finds that the plaintiff's rights were substantially burdened, the law must pass heightened scrutiny. Heightened scrutiny requires the law to be substantially related to an important government interest. Just like in Marzarella and Kachalski, the important government interest in this case is public safety and crime prevention. Within a 5-year period, in New Florida, the CEW ownership has risen by 500%, and the CEW involvement in crime has risen by an astounding 9%. The other side may argue that the ban does not account for people like Jane, whose residence happens to be on public spaces. However, a school campus is no place for weapons. The thought of an untrained student having a dangerous and unusual weapon like Jane is a frightening one, which is why Congress passed the law in the first place. In summary, we request the court find that Jane's Second Amendment rights were not substantially burdened from the public carry ban because the CW is not protected under the Second Amendment, and that the public carry ban does pass heightened scrutiny.
Now, our second place student wins $750 towards their scholarship. And second place goes to, nope, over here. Patton Lou.